Boom.
Boom. We perfect?
Yes, sir. Welcome. This isn't a podcast. I'm sorry. This isn't a podcast, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm very disappointed, Seth.
But
just kidding.
We got something cool today. It's kind of conceited for me to make this, but I also am very passionate about the stuff I do. We have Dylan for chat, recurring guest, recurring everything. Very awesome guy. He knows my videos very well. He's a big supporter, and I wanted to talk about my videos, a lot of the projects I've done, shit that I've created, some of the stuff behind it, and he's made questions. I haven't heard any of them. This is fresh, and it's a deep dive into our generation, I guess.
All right. What is it about film that you love so much?
Oh, that's a good one. That's good, dude. I'm excited. I think the thing that's really cool about film and cameras is that memory is a big thing for me. I wish I could remember everything. I hate that you forget things, and I think seeing and experiencing is something invaluable, and a camera helps take what you're seeing and experiencing and keep it forever.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, you can capture things that are happening in the world, but then be able to watch it back and play it and see it all, which I think is just like, it's like magic to me, you know?
Yeah.
It's capturing the movement of time, the movement of colors, the movement of everything, and condensing it into something like really cool. And from there you can do all kinds of shit. Like, you can edit it to make movies, you can just do vlogs, or it's just like an endless world of capturing what the fuck is going on, which I think is crazy cool.
Could you tell me the emotions you were feeling when Who I Am, your spoken word poem, started gaining traction on YouTube?
Oh, like when it like kind of like picked up a lot?
Yeah.
Well, what I did was, I remember I had put it up for YouTube ads, so when it like jumped to numbers, I was like, that's probably like the ads, you know, the YouTube ads, but like I didn't have it run to numbers that high, you know what I mean? Like, I kept it really low in dollar values because I didn't want to spend that much. And when I found out that was all natural, because the ads weren't even playing when it blew up, it like blew up in like the first like half an hour, and then the ads started playing, which got me like an extra like 300-400. So it was like 1,500 organic, and I was just freaking out because I didn't expect it to blow up. It's always the videos you don't expect. Like, Nerf War almost has 4K, and I did not expect that to blow up at all. Like, I could put as much time into a video as I want, but like the random one that I do one-off that I don't expect anything will be the one that blows up. So it was just kind of a shock, and it was cool. But I also, I wasn't surprised because it's the shit you never expect, you know?
What made you want to put poetry in video form?
I wrote a lot of poems, and I liked them like a lot, but I didn't know what to do with them. So I was like, I've seen some spoken word on YouTube, so I wanted to try my hand at it. At first they were kind of ass. I just like threw stock footage over me, like monotone as fuck, like, I'm sad and I'm pissed off and shit like that. But I grew and I got better at it, and I think it's just it's like a really cool way to share poetry. Makes it more exciting.
On the more serious videos where you have trigger warnings about mental health or suicide, are you worried that people might think that you still have those thoughts currently?
Yeah, it's a big worry. I don't like my family watching it and like being like, do you want a therapist, or like coming to check on me or some shit. I really am fine. I love life. I'm really into dark subject matter. I don't know why. I think it's just like makes the coolest art. Like, I like happy stuff too.
Yeah.
And you know, I watch happy stuff. I watch funny things, but I feel like art is the strongest when it's real and it's emotional and shit like that. Sorry, I kind of went on a tangent. I am worried about it, but I'm fine. I promise. I'm fine. I'm chilling.
The video Untitled 01 covers very dark subjects like
Yeah, it's
mental
fucked
health
up.
and suicide.
It's fucked up.
But in the description, you say you're the happiest you've ever been.
Yeah.
Since the feelings of the poem are irrelevant to you now, why do you feel the need to post it?
I recorded it and wrote it, like I said, when I was super fucked up, and I didn't want to share it because back then I was like fucked up, and I didn't want people watching it thinking I was gonna like do some crazy shit. But I got out of it, and I looked back and I listened to it, and it was hard to listen to. It was like fucked up. I remembered how good it was, and I was like, I did want it. I wanted it to be a reminder that, like, no matter how fucked up you are, if you push through and you fight, you will find peace eventually. You know, like, there is a brighter future. You know, you just have to dig through it super hard. And I just wanted people to know that, like, no matter how happy I am, I have been that fucked up, and I have been there. You're not alone. So I guess I just wanted people to know they're not alone, and that there's like a brighter future ahead.
That's awesome, man.
And I really liked the poem too. I thought
yeah.
it was crazy.
Dude,
it
it's
was
like
insane.
the realest shit that like I've ever. I thought
Yeah.
fucking Empty Reflections.
Oh, that was such a good
Dude,
video.
Hearing this made me like, oh shit.
I wanted to talk about this too because this is cool. I called it Untitled 01 because it's like a triple entendre. So I called it. The first thing is that I didn't want to give it a title because I didn't want to like make it like glossy or like glorify it because it was really fucked up, and I didn't want it to stand out and recommended. I wanted the people who were supposed to find it, and I didn't want to like make it super flashy. The second part is because it's my only untitled poem. It's like Untitled One, like the Untitled One, Untitled
okay.
01. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
And then the poem is obviously inspired by Kendrick Lamar, and he has an entire project called Untitled Unmastered. So that's like the third thing. It's like an homage to him as well.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Why did you start the Our Generation podcast?
I remember I originally, for people that may not know, it was an audio podcast with me and Nick. And the original idea was we wanted to share with our generation like all like the fucked up shit happening in the government and the world, and we thought we were like these conspiracy dudes that were going to expose everything, and we were going to like change the world. But we realized people don't want to listen to two teenagers talk about how the world is ending for 40 minutes. So eventually Nick broke off and did his own thing, and I did it with Connor. And the ones with Connor were all right, but it was kind of us just like sucking our own dicks for 30 minutes as well. We're like, we're so special, we're so different. And we realized people didn't like that, and I was like, you know what? People don't want to hear this bullshit. People want to laugh, and people want to like get away from their problems. And I was like, none of my videos do that. None of my videos really help people get away from shit. None of them are really happy. So we recorded the first video podcast, and I thought it was really boring. So I was like, let me just add some funny edits in here. And I chopped it up, and people thought it was cool. So it grew and grew and grew, and now it's to the point where it's like one giant shit post. But no one else does it. It's like I've never seen someone do a podcast.
Yeah,
like
your
that.
format for the Our Generation is like something like I've never seen before in content creation, and I actually really fucking love it, dude.
Thank you, bro.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite video you've ever made, and why?
Oh my god, dude. I think to date, it's probably still I Needed Art. Looking back on it, I felt like I could have done it better, but I did the best that I could at the time. I might remake it at some point, but I feel like that video I like did the most visually. I did the coolest like edits and things.
Yeah.
The poems were kind of cool. It was formatted well, and it had a really cool message, and I really just like put it all out there in an interesting way. I think it's cool. I could have done it better though. I could have done it better.
Well, I really liked it, man.
Thank
like
you.
when I first found out about you and like your whole channel that you had, I was like, okay, let's see what this motherfucker is about.
Yeah.
So I checked out I probably watched all of your videos in like the span of 2 days.
Back then, that would probably have been like 25 videos or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That must have been fun.
And dude, it was awesome. Like watching all the
Thank you.
podcasts you did with everybody, and like even the series videos. Like I've really and I Needed Art. Like I told
stick
you,
out?
that's my favorite. Like one of my favorite videos that
Thank
like
you.
you've ever done.
If
Like,
you're an
but-
artist, you relate to it a lot.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like, yeah. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm glad you liked it.
Okay.
It's fun. It's cool.
So Seth, this
Shout out
is-
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, this is your channel.
Yeah.
And you have favorites,
Yeah.
but you also have some least favorites, don't you?
What videos?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
This may turn some heads, but what is your least favorite video you've ever made?
My least
Why?
favorite. Definitely the Nerf war, because it turned out like dog ass, bro.
Yeah.
Like half the video, the GoPro's staring at the clouds, bro. Like literally the second half of the video, you don't even know what's happening. It's just staring at the clouds. The editing was all right. I just like, I like it the least because I could have done it so much better. But like it was my first time getting a lot of people together for a big project, so I was nervous and I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention to shit. And I just like fumbled the recording of it really hard, which is why it's my least favorite. It just plays like shit.
Yeah.
It just plays like shit.
I was like, for a first half, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I was like,
The second
eh.
half is just mid, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
Didn't you like
mid.
crash the drone?
Yeah, I tried getting drone shots, and there's one, and it's Connor running with like the cornhole riot shield, and then I fucking ate it into the side of Luke's house, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. And then my cameras died, so I ran around with my iPhone for like the second half. It's ass.
Do you have any videos you wished performed better? And if so, what are they?
You got some juicy questions here, dude. I gotta think about that. There were some in the past that I wish did better, but looking back on them, I'm glad they didn't blow up. But currently, ones that I wish had blown up are, I wish Empty Reflection got a lot more attention because I was really proud of that, and I feel like a lot of people would have enjoyed that. I felt like some of the podcasts I've done that were like really good, I wished did better. But the main one's Empty Reflection and I Needed Art. I wish those two like blew up a lot harder because I put a lot of effort into those.
Do you wish you had more attention?
Like more like viewers and shit.
Yeah,
going
like
on?
subs, views, likes, like.
I mean, yeah, of course. I think that comes with the territory. But I'm happy that I'm growing slowly because I feel like if I got hit with a lot of attention all at once, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Like I'd be like, oh, I need to. I'm like obligated to do this, this, and this. Like if my podcast started picking up, I'd be like, fuck, now I have to pump out only podcasts. Like, I feel like it would fuck up the enjoyment for me. So I think if I were to grow gradually and get mature enough to the point where I could handle it and be ready for it, that'd be nice. But I'm comfortable where I am right now. Obviously, I'd like for it to like speed up a little bit, but I don't want too much attention right now while I'm still learning and getting good.
How long do you intend to keep the channel alive?
Probably forever, but if I can start making movies, I'll probably start posting a lot less and go over to movies. If I ever get the chance to like make actual films, I'm probably gonna put like 95% of my effort to that and post like YouTube videos occasionally if I have some one-off shit or if I want to do like a passion project.
In a year, where do you think you'll be with the channel?
I feel like I'll be doing about the same thing. I'll just be better because I've gone to film school and I think I'll just be doing about the same, putting out passion projects, doing cool stuff, but I'll just be getting better because of film school. So I think there'll be a big jump in quality this in a year's time. Yeah.
If our generation does have some popularity in the future, do you intend to steer it in a direction?
No, there's been a lot of people. I won't name any names, but they tell me how I should do my channel. Like I've had people tell me that I should like make multiple channels or make these types of videos or these things. And I appreciate that they're trying to help me grow, but I never want YouTube to feel like a job. I never want filmmaking to feel like a job. I want to make what I want to make, and I'll just pray that I get popular because of it. And I hope people appreciate that. That even if it's not what they want to see, they appreciate that it's what I want to do, and they'll appreciate it because of that. So I don't think I'll ever steer in any specific direction. I think I'm going to always do what I love doing because that's what's most important to me.
Yeah. What is the overall message that you want to send at the end of the day?
With our generation?
Yes.
I think, like I said, originally I wanted it to be like, let me wake up our generation to the world, but I feel like that was because I was like super egocentric and I thought that I had all the answers. So as time has grown, I want people in our generation to know they're not alone. I want them to know that there's people out there like them, and I want to cause as much good as I can. That's about it. I just want everyone to smile, be happy, feel like they're not alone, and just kind of put good vibes out there.
That's all the questions I have, bud.
Whoa, dude!
Yeah.
Let me think if there's anything I want to talk about. Those were good questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me think if there's anything extra I want to add. I guess I'll do like cool little tiny things that people may not know. On all of the podcast logos, I alternate between green and blue for the Our Generation.
Really?
You can look back. It goes green, blue, blue, green for every Our Generation in the thumbnail. You can look it up. Yeah. I've kept it consistent throughout the entire time. There's one, and it was the OG podcast one with you, the original one with Ryan. I changed the thumbnail, and I couldn't do red and blue, or it would fuck up the whole thing, so I just did white. Right. But like, if you look at it, man, it goes red, blue, red, blue. I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Green, blue, green, blue.
Yeah. And they alternate, which is kind of cool. And at the end of every video, almost, I have an extra clip. Like always a little something extra in there. So if you go back and you watch them, you can find like something. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's long.
Generation.
Another fun fact, the egg actually is magic.
Oh, yeah.
It is magic.
Dude.
100%.
I had my child from this.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't seen it, but like off camera, Seth was like, hey, he flicked it, and then just like appeared just like an Asian baby, and it was like mine to take care of, bro. Like
Yeah,
I love having like my own little like.
I have to be really careful because if I'm not careful, like I could flick it and have like a bomb.
Oh yeah,
that
dude.
come out of it.
You
So
could like
it takes a lot of like yielding.
You could have like
power
a
to control.
Tsar Bomba the size of like the plunger, like just
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even know until we opened the egg.
One time I flicked the egg and
Oh yeah.
found my foreskin that I lost as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you put it back on?
Yeah.
Did you like melt it with like a lighter? Just like
I taped it.
you taped it. What tape? Scotch tape, Gorilla tape. What are we talking
I
about?
just did basic Scotch. I wanted it to be clear so you couldn't tell.
Does it fall off when it gets in the wash?
It's kind of personal.
Kind of personal.
Personal.
I haven't found mine yet. You think you could get mine back for me? Because I kind of miss it, to be honest. Open the egg. Hang on.
There's nothing in here. Are you sure you have a penis? Kind of looks like a clitoris.
They cut off your clitoris? You can see. You can see it. You can fucking see it right there, bud.
Alright. I got a lot of cool videos coming out. When I move,
Yes, he
I'll
does.
probably be taking a break, but I have one massive video that I'm going to do after I move that I'm going to release. It's going to be great. But there will be a little jump. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this did a lot for you guys. I love you all. Dylan, thank you.
Dude,
You have anything you want to plug?
Follow me on SoundCloud. DYL_PICKUL on SoundCloud.
Do it.
And follow me on
music.
Instagram. Frickin' D_Frechette, FRECHETTE
I'll
2005.
pop it up on the screen.
Yeah. Show 'em my newest post, dude. I got some
You
drip.
want me to put it up?
Yeah,
I'll do a
dude.
quick slideshow.
Like,
boom. Boom.
Like, dude, look at
Boom.
look at that pink hoodie. Like,
Boom.
look at the rivers, bro. Like,
Boom.
isn't that fucking beautiful?
It is beautiful. I like that.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm a photographer. Like,
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
get into it.
I'm down.
Yeah, cheers. Lig my balls.
Put that in, please.
Okay.